Hey guys, and welcome to the channel. I'm Zemo, the dad in DPS, and you guys know what time it is. It's time for Scrip My Pants. And this is a series where I spend Scrip at the purveyor and see if we get anything interesting. However, the new crafting system is out, and we've been playing around with it, and scrapping a lot of items. And today, we're going to scrip some stuff in order to potentially scrap and hopefully get some plans out of it. I am very interested to see how this goes, because this is the new version of this series in a sense, and it should be relatively interesting. Either way guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and let's see what shenanigans we find. Alrighty, now because of the reality of this, what we are going to do is we are going to get some legendary armor out of this. And there's lots of effects on there that I want, lots of different things that we need, and we're going to start off with that, pardon me, and we're going to do 3000 scrip, which I'm fairly certain we should be able to do with legendary armor. We'll get as close to it as possible and see how it goes, but yeah, 3000 scrip. So, first off, we have bolstering wooden leg with 2 perception and ammo weight. Now, none of those effects are anything I really want, that's more for the scrip bin than it is for the scrap, but, you know, beggars can't be choosers when it comes to these kind of things. Weightless marine armor with less explosion damage and breathe underwater. The less explosion damage is an effect I definitely would like to get, but the rest of it is absolute trash, unfortunately. Exterminator's Forest Scout armor with 2 perception and 5% chance to deal 18 energy damage per second to melee attackers. And the energy damage is something I actually do want to learn because I have got a plan for something in the future, but everything else on there is just very meh, unfortunately. We have regenerating combat right, or like he's given a lot of perception today. Junk item weights reduced by 20%, and nothing on there that I'm overly interested in either. Same goes for this one. Assassins, perception, and lockpicking is just not effects that I'm really interested in at all, though I could probably make a weird build around that in the future. The cryo, I've got the cryo damage one already, so again, another bunch of effects I don't really want. Charisma could be good for, you know, making money, I suppose, and you're seeing like that we're still reeling from what we did earlier, still cycling through stuff. Luck I don't have. Hunters I do have though, and the junk weight, yeah, not really impressed with that item either. Ghost Slayers, Secret Service, noise reduction, radiation resistance, so yeah, not good effects at all. I really want good effects, I really need good effects. 2 charisma on there, effective Stimpaks, Hunters, again, all bad effects. Green armor is not the best either, so, you know, we are literally doing this for scrapping purposes at the moment. Mutant Slayer's Trapper left leg with charisma and junk item weight reduced by 20%, and none of those effects on there are really anything I am interested in. Why does it keep giving me crap? The poison damage actually is an effect I want on here, but Vanguard's is pants in the ass. So yeah, we're not interested in that, but you know, we do want that bottom effect, so it is worth scrapping. Breaks 50% slower is definitely worth scrapping, and poison resistance is something that, while I'm not overly keen on it, it is something that I can use and can get some use out of, so we might keep a hold of that. Oh, there's weapon weight reduction, we definitely want to scrap that. Hunger and first grow 10% slower, that's kind of one that I'm actually not too sure on. I think in theory that would be a really good one for me to have on an Overeater's build, but yeah, I'm not really sure. I'm really not sure. Unyielding with cryo resistance and radiation damage recovery. Now, unyielding is a good effect, but the rest of them aren't very good, and this would have been an absolutely garbage piece of gear that you wouldn't give to your worst enemy because of that radiation recovery and the cryo resistance. With unyielding, it just, everything about it just screams why god, why. Bolstering wood right arm with endurance and damage taken while blocking. The endurance is a good effect on there, but I think I already have that. I'm almost certain I already have that, so not exactly what I'm looking for. This one, Troubleshooter's Wood Leg with explosion damage in the middle. It's the only real good effect on there. I still don't rate like Troubleshooters until they buff it and, you know, make it good. I just don't think it's worth it. Now this one, the Cavaliers on the bottom there is very good. The explosion resistance is also good, so that one's actually definitely a good little scrappy do. Auto-Stim Trapper with luck, and cryo damage. Yeah, luck is okay, but I do have the cryo damage effect already. Auto-Stim, not something I rate, so not a good effect for me. Radiation resistance, damage taken while blocking, and aristocrats. I do need to learn aristocrats, so that is something I definitely want to scrap. Yeah. Nocturnal Brotherhood, we need the fire resistance, but we don't need the ammo weight. So Nocturnal is a very poor effect. I think it's one of those effects that definitely needs some sort of major buff in the future, but whether they do that or not. The 2 strength I've already learned, so the only effect on there I already have, so that's kind of makes me want to scrip it again. Overeaters with 2 strength, and the bottom effect is cryo. This could have been so close to a god roll, to be honest, but it's just off with that bottom effect. So it's more something that I suppose I could try and sell that, because people are more likely to buy those things. Now this has got a good effect on here. The Sentinel's effect at the bottom is a very good effect, with a 75 damage reduction while not moving, so we will be scrapping that just to get the effect off it. And that's actually something we'll do in this video. We'll actually scrap the items and see if we get anything good out of it. And hopefully we get a god roll. That was absolute crap, that last item, so I'm just ignoring it. Weapon weight reduction is exactly what we want to see. Cryo resistance and the damage from super mutants. It's the only good effect on there. Cryo resistance isn't really that relevant because there's not enough enemies in the game that use cryo damage on you. If they change that in the future, that could become more relevant, but yeah, I'm not too concerned with it. Weightless robot arm with junk weight. Yeah, again, endurance is the only good effect on here, and I think I already have that, so more scrap than scrip. Mutant's Thorn right leg with... I can never make out these effects. Everything on it's crap anyway. I'm not even going to read that. It was just bad effects. Zealot's Secret Service armor with endurance and poison damage to melee attackers. Now I want that poison damage to melee attackers, but that's for a weird reason, so we're not going to go into that. That's for future things, so we will scrap that just for that. This has got Sentinels on it. It's Cloaking Civil Engineer right arm with cryo resistance, so we will scrap that to see if we can get that there. Civil Engineer armor is actually good armor as well. Weightless Bossmith left arm with first grows 10% slower and fall damage. Not really too focused on that. It's kinda but it is what it is. You know, it's something that we can potentially use in the future. Then we have Ghoul Slayer's heavy right left arm with radiation. Now the only effect on there I want is the break 50% slower, so that is again something that we will scrap and get rid of in that fashion. Then we'll go to our next legendary armor. We have none of them are really good effects. Ghoul Slayer's, you know, Glutton dissipating. Glutton is an effect that I kinda want to be good, but I just don't think it is. Then we have Cloaking Urban Scout right leg with cryo resistance and lockpicking. A group of very poor effects indeed on that piece of armor. Ooh. Now this one is actually something that I'm going to keep. So Unyielding Forest Scout armor right leg with cryo resistance and AP, damage resistance while sprinting. Now this one I can put a good effect on the middle there, so I think that is something to keep. Very close to a god roll and not too expensive to put something in the middle slot, and I do have an ideal middle slot effect for that, so we will keep that as that is something that I can potentially use in the future. Bolstering Trapper right arm with luck and cryo, so yeah, nothing really worth anything on that one. Assassin Forest Scout armor with charisma and energy to melee attackers. I want that energy effect, so we will try and use that. Then Ghoul Slayers with Glutton and Acrobats. Glutton, again, one of those effects I wish was good, but I kind of don't feel like it is. Acrobats, I suppose, is usable in some shape or form, but I really don't want to use it. Then we have Life-Saving Marine with Perception and the Secret Agents. I've got Secret Agents already learned, and it's not that... Oh, actually, no, I don't have it learned. I just got it on a module, didn't I? Yeah, I'm not really interested in it. It's not one of those effects that I'm overly confused with. Aristocrats Marine, I definitely want to get rid of that Aristocrats because that could turn into something good if I get that effect, so we will scrap that. Then we have Life-Saving Engineer Armor, Charisma, Junk Weight. Nothing on there that I'm overly fussed about. Probably just going to re-scrip it, put it back in the machine and see if we get something good out of it. Then we have the Zealot's Trapper chest piece with cryo resistance and ammo weight reduction. Again, not a good effect on there that I'm really interested in. It's very much a meh piece of gear. Mutants for Scout Armor, Radiation Resistance, and Fall Damage again. So that's Mutants, Hazmats, and Acrobats. I already have Hazmats. Acrobats, again, not really that interesting. And Mutants is a very meh. It's not even like a mid-tier effect, it's like a bottom tier. It's better than some, but it's a very basic effect. Vanguard's Heavy Robot Arm with Charisma and damage taken while blocking. Just nah. Zealot's Urban Scout Right Arm with Intelligence and the reduction while not moving Sentinels. Two good effects on there that I really would like to get learned, so I will probably try and scrap that one. I could, in theory, make it into a good piece of gear, but I don't really want to play around with the intelligence side of it. But I could put unyielding on it. I don't know. Nah, we'll ignore that. I didn't even pay attention to that last piece of armor because it's absolute pants. Zealot's Botsmith left leg with luck and damage taken while blocking. Just luck's the only good effect on there, and even then I don't rate it as a middle effect, to be honest. Very poor. Then we've got Troubleshooter's Secret Service with disease chances and limb damage. Everything on there is pants, and I don't like it. We've got 3 more to go. Assassin's Covert Scout Armor chest piece with Perception and Radiation Recovery. That is Scrip if I ever saw it. It's not scrap, it is back in the Scrip bin. Aristocrat's Secret Service right leg with Cavaliers and Charisma, so that is actually a not bad one to scrap. Not something I would use, especially not on Secret Service armor, but yeah, definitely something to scrap. And then we've got the Auto-Stem 4 with Antiseptic and Dissipating. All 3 of those effects are very disappointing, so again, that's probably scrap rather than Scrip. So I think the top pick for tonight has to be the Unyielding Forest Scout Armor right leg with Cryo Resistance and the Cavaliers effect in the bottom there. The reason for that being is I can turn this into a god roll really easily. Maybe put Intelligence in the middle, use it as XP armor, not something I'd run about with the whole time, but potentially, XP armor. So this is a cool little item and we will be keeping it. And the rest of the things that we said we're going to scrap, we're going to do that on this video now and see if you guys enjoy seeing if I get anything out of it. Alrighty, let's scrap some legendaries, see if we get something good out of the effect. Probably not, because I don't think we're scrapping enough of them in this scenario, but let's see if we get anything cool. And the reality is we're also getting Scrip back from this as well. We're getting items to do other things with, and we are scrapping some of the items that I didn't have the time for 2 seconds ago, but that is what it is. It's not a big deal that I'm scrapping things that I'm not necessarily all that enthused about, because as long as we get something out of it, it's not a big deal. And with the abundance of legendaries now, or rather the ability to just get rid of this crap that I don't need, it is always going to be a little bit more of an idea. Well, we didn't get anything good. That is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Well, I'd certainly say that was interesting. When it comes to these kind of things, gathering up legendaries and using them to learn things is certainly going to be a weird experience for me, and it's that kind of way where pretty much everything that I just made got immediately put back in the machine, or got scrapped at the workbench. It's a really weird day and dawn in Fallout 76, and I'm really excited for what comes next, and it's going to be incredibly interesting to see how quickly it will be that I manage to learn all the plans and all the doodads, and then use that in order to craft the ultimate sets of gear and things in the game. Either way, guys, if you enjoy this video and you enjoy this type of content now, don't forget to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe, and we'll catch you all next time in the Wasteland.
In a world of rust and danger, where the shadows dance and linger, there's a merchant with a smile so sly, trading treasures, oh my, my. In the glow of old neon lights, she makes the midnight markets bright with a wink. She shifts the scene, dreams for sale from the unseen purvey a murmur with a mystic tune, selling whims beneath the moon. In the ruins a heart so grand, turning rubble into golden sand. Wares like whispers in the breeze, carry secrets from the chart trees, gems and trinkets, rare delight found in the shadows of the night. In a landscape rough and eerie, she spins tales never weary, with each trade a glint of grace.